the depths of the Nether where I'm trying to make it not look like a huge black tunnel. And what I wanted to do is try putting some fires in these corners and see if that looks good. I've got several shulker boxes full of materials. So I just need to find the right stuff. And then knock some of this out. I don't know if I want to go all the way to the ceiling. Replace that one with black concrete. Don't know if this will look good. Yeah, a little bit of movement, not bad. So I've got a bit of a design worked out, as you can see already. But I want to have some lanterns hanging down here. But I think I'm going to wait until I have access to the copper chains and the copper lamps, because I think that would bring a little bit more colour down here. I'd fully oxidize it, of course, because teal is my favourite colour. But just rather than have more of the black chains which just blend in, I think it'd be nice to have some bit more colour going on. Okay, yeah, I think I like those. Just, yeah, softens the corner a little whilst also giving it a bit of movement. So I like that. Next, I'm gonna work on this bit, I think. So these pillars are 9 blocks across, and I've started at this little T-junction where my end portal is, because I figured it would be easier to start here and have it nicely lined up with my portal, and then I can just end the tunnel however many blocks it ends up being that way, rather than my having to try and move that nether tunnel potentially again. Because the last time I did that, I ended up getting lost, because my tunnel connected to a cave like in the middle of nowhere. And I couldn't find the stronghold again. So I just wandered around aimlessly and eventually went back through the original portal, and yeah, it was a bit of a mess, really. Okay, so I need to grab these boxes and just stick them out anywhere. Is that all of them? Yeah, that one's empty, although I probably should put that there just in case I get junk like this netherrack that I don't need on me. And then I need some solid blocks. Yeah, I've just been repeating the chiseled blocks here. So there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then do our new pillars here. I'll just check that I've counted that right. Yeah, cool. And then I need some walls and some chains and slabs and all that sort of good stuff. And if I remembered which box those were in, that would be really helpful. I'm going to need this stuff later, so I might as well just pick it out now. Chains. Do I not have any walls? Am I going to have to make walls? No, I've got a couple still. Okay. Yeah, take that too. Need the stone cutter out at some point, and then I've got all the copper bits as well. But I need to age some of my copper, and I don't... Like, I've got a small patch outside my base where I do that, but it's not really very efficient. So at some point, maybe I will build a copper aging farm. I don't know. I've got a long list of farms already, so maybe I shall leave that one for now. I also need some scaffolding so I can get up here. So I think this section, because I broke through and found some lava, so I think I'm going to do this section in orange glass and have lava above it. A, because I think it looks cool and, you know, adds a few effects with the little particles dripping down and the lava moving. But also just because it's cheaper. And I don't have huge amounts of quartz. I did set up some trading villagers for it, but they're still a bit slow. Where are you? Right. Ooh. Yeah, this is the right level. Ooh. Can I not place that because there's something in the way? I feel like I should have gone one higher on my scaffolding here. But maybe I can do it as I've set it out here. Okay, so that's going to be like that. Hello! How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Is that lined up? Yes, good. Yeah, this is definitely not a good scaffolding position. Not so well, your back's killing you. Ah, that's not good. Did you... Like, have you done anything that might have triggered it? Or is it just decided to be painful for no discernible reason? I mean, I know you've got the ongoing health issue, but I don't know if it's... Like, some things might make it worse. Or if it's just unfortunate flare up. That's not good. After all your trouble with your gums as well recently. Have back pain too. Washed your hair in the sink and had to bend over. Oh no. Those... Yeah, I think... That's particularly frustrating, I feel, just because... You know, it's such a normal thing that you feel like you should be able to do without injuring yourself. And then you end up in pain. Okay, I've just spotted these warped things, which I think is actually better if I replace it with the shroom lights. So if I can work out what box those are in. And then I can switch those out. I think this one here is fine because it'll be lava. These ones here I want to swap for the shroom lights. I hope the pain doesn't carry on like this for too long. And you get a little bit of a respite. Okay. There we go. Oops. Is that one fixed? And then 2 more on this bit. The scaffolding just flies everywhere here. I don't think I really want to start my scaffolding pillar right next to the fire. Doesn't seem like a great idea. There we go. We're just doing easy things on stream because I didn't sleep very well last night. And I'm tired. Oops. I'll just break that without using Silk Touch. But I should, hopefully. Oh no. Apparently I don't have any spares, so... Whoops. I'm gonna have to find a spare there. Yep, I also had an interview today, so I'm feeling a little bit stressed out. I think the interview went well, but always a bit nerve-wracking. Okay, note to self. Use silk touch when mining in or around cacti. Right. That one I can just break when I'm up there, because at some point I'm going to have to go up and like make sure that the lava covers everything. And I think I'm going to do that later. Like, I'll just pop some potions and head up there. Do it all in one go. Well, I started off using blue ice, but it's just too quick. So it was really hard because this stretch, like it looks like a really long corridor because it stretches into the distance. But if I bring up my thingy coordinates, we're only 140 blocks out from where we come down, and it's just like goes too quick to actually like stop and hit this turn off, unless I like line myself up right here so that I clip into this corner of the chain. So I just figured, also considering how long it takes to get blue ice compared to packed ice, that I might as well just use the slightly slower stuff. And I'm not going to be coming around here like super often either, because it's just the route to my end. There we go. I made loads of these stairs. I don't know if I'll ever need that many, but I have loads, so... Well, I'll use them at some point, because I love copper. What I was actually going to get was some of the stuff. Glass. There we go. That's what I mean when I say stuff. Right. So you can go here. I guess there's no real point in breaking that because the lava's going to kill it anyway. Yeah, I'll figure that out when I'm upstairs. So what I actually needed was some orange glass, which I have loads of as well. So yeah, I guess the answer could also be my reaction times aren't great, which is why I'm using the normal, or the slower version of the glass. Glass is annoyingly expensive. Yeah. Oops, that broke. So yeah, I will come back at some point and break all of that out and replace it with lava, but I will do that all in one fell swoop. I probably didn't want that. No, I do want that because otherwise lava's gonna... Yeah. Don't mind me talking to myself. That's netherrack. That is not what I want. There we go. That's one half done. Yeah, I'm gonna have to build up on the other side. Yeah, I've got my ice farm, which helps the process somewhat, but it is just very expensive when, like, I don't really need that. Like, the amount of time I would spend to get all the blue ice versus the amount of time it would save me in travel time, I don't think would actually be a worthwhile trade. Have I been on the server? I have not, because I've been working on my episode mostly, trying to get that out. So next week, I'm going to visit my family for Christmas. So I'm trying and tentatively hopeful that I will manage to get my episode done before I go away. So that's what I've mostly been doing. But I'll probably try and head on a bit early tomorrow. So ahead of the... Oops, I didn't do my warped wood here. I should fix that. Yeah, I'll try and head on a little bit before the dragon slaying so that I can do a little bit of prep there. I think I'm mostly ready. Right, so I need the slabs. I need those. Is it polished slabs again? Yeah. I mean, I guess I could mix in some of the stairs. Someone else who kept breaking your dry kelp farm. Yep, that is not me breaking it. Is it a, like, flying machine based one? Or are they breaking it in some other way? Because I'm assuming this is not one of your crazy piston thingies. Not pistons. Words are hard when your brain's half asleep. Trident farms. Yeah. Because there's no mobs that drop dried kelp, right? So this bit is kind of a bit weird because you can't really see it from the ground, but eventually my plan is to be using this tunnel with an elytra. In which case, I would be able to see these as I'm flying by. And that's kind of also why I've gone for quite a simple design, because I'm just going to be whizzing past it, either on the boat or with wings, so I didn't think I needed to do anything too fancy down here. Right, so that's done. Hello, Heath. How are you doing? Not been eaten by aliens yet, then? Well, terminally eaten by aliens. The next question is, did you put the dried kelp farm somewhere near the iron farm so that it gets loaded? Or are you still planning to make a better iron farm? There we go. Poor sleep last night. Yeah, I know how that feels. I didn't... Well, I got to bed quite late last night. And I'm regretting it today. I wasn't even doing anything fun. Glitch that makes kelp grow instantly. Get up to smokers and craft again. Okay. Yeah, I don't know who's been online. I think actually if they've enabled it, you can do a little tracker thing. Maybe before you log into the server. It's like shows a little calendar thing of who's been playing. But I think you have to allow it to do that. And I can't remember if I've allowed it to do that. Probably not. Oops. Oh well. This stuff is so easy to get that I'm not worried if I place a few extra blocks here or there. Unlike some of the other materials I'm using for this. But mostly I've tried to pick stuff which I can get hold of easily. So I still feel resource poor. Oops, no. Oh, actually I can't leave it like that because the bottom half of this is visible. So I'm going to have to go and fix that. Because it's going to look weird. Yeah, there we go. Can't have a little corner of blue sticking out underneath. That's not how it's meant to work. Leave the farm on a hobby. Yeah. I have that feeling. Or like I know all about farms breaking for those reasons. Had a moss farm, and if you left it running moss, you went out of range, like half of the stone would turn into cobblestone and break it. And then all the lava would turn into cobblestone, and you'd have to like mine it all out, and then cobblestone, obsidian. Yeah, go mine it all out, replace the lava, replace all the cobble and yeah. That is a pain. I wonder if some sort of like warning sign might help. Like just as a heads up, if you're using this farm, please don't leave it running. Or rig a little pressure plate for people to stand on. And then they have to stay there. Oops. That's not good. Yeah, this is just very repetitive, I'm afraid, but brain resources are low, so we are doing easy stuff so that I can make some progress and still have a bit of a chat. Blocks, stairs, slabs, more stairs. Actually, can I just do these stairs from here? Yeah, that's easy. I can't do the upper one, so I do have to destroy stuff and go back up. I've got the plate up music in my head because I was playing that a bit earlier as well. So if I just start randomly humming, that's why. It's plate up stuck in my head. I was making ice cream sundaes. It's not really the time of year for ice cream sundaes, but it was fun. I don't... Oh, that's meant to be those stairs. Okay. Don't mind me, just confusing myself. Right, more stairs. You do always times for ice cream. It's cold though. I don't like being cold. And then ice cream makes you more cold. Even if it is delicious. More stairs. So many stairs. Okay, that doesn't actually need to be a bit of glass. There we go. Okay. So this side is not all good. I was going to say it's all good, but I completely neglected to do any stairs over there and finish the roof. So over we go. Sunday on a go. I don't know. Maybe like a bit of ice cream with a slice of fruit pie. That could be nice, but yeah, not like just a whole bowl of ice cream. Not in the winter. Right, I'm not going to break that because I don't want to get lava on my head just yet. I'll save that for later. And then I need to bring all that across. And on this side too. Yeah, each their own if you enjoy. Oops. I have to be careful about the lava because it can take out quite a bit of this carpet that I've got on the floor. Which I don't really want it to do. Yeah, if you enjoy ice cream in the middle of winter, then you go for it. I will stick with my cozy, warming foods rather than something that's going to make me cold. Yeah. I do also, so part of this design has got trapdoors. There's like little decorations here, but I was worried about running out of copper. So I haven't put those in yet. I'm going to do it at the end. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I do like ice cream. It's just generally not something I eat all year round. I guess I'm quite seasonal in my tastes. So this time of year, it's all about soup. Soup and some nice hearty stews and all the good, warm, comforting food. Why do ghasts always sound like they're right behind you? It's very off-putting. Right. So you eat it all the time. How can it be years since... See, that's the thing. You're like, eat it all the time. Eat it in the middle of winter. When it's freezing outside. Whereas I actually did eat ice cream in the summer when it was nice and hot. And here's you guys not having any of it. Right, so this is ready for the warped decoration. And then this bit... Yeah, I think I'll do quartz on the roof. There is a bit of lava up there, but I don't think I'm going to actually have to dig into it. So yeah, I think I'll just leave that be. And do quartz instead. But first, we do more slabs. More slabs, more warped, whatever it is. Nylium, no? Is it nylium? Fungus. Warped warp block. There we go. Nylium is the stuff on the floor. I remember. I know things. That is a ghast. If it's the big, like, the big balloon looking things in the nether that shoot fireballs at you. The unhappy version of the happy ghasts. Oh, crap. That's, lava. Yeah. I don't overly want that flowing on me. Yeah, so the rideable ghasts are quite a new thing. I'm being safe. Look at me. There we go. And you find them in the nether, but they're not actually... You can craft them from drops you get from ghasts. But they're not actually... They don't involve the mob directly. You can't try and put a saddle on a angry ghast and tame it. You could try, but it would end in fiery death, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they do spawn more frequently than they do. I remember trying to get some glowstone, and there was just constantly ghasts spawning right underneath where I was pillared. And that, like... They're fairly prevalent on Java, but they're not always, like... They generally spawn far enough away that you get a bit of a warning before they start shooting at you, if you're paying attention. Right. Whereas, yeah, the bedrock ones just seem to pop out right next to you from nowhere. It's a little off-putting. There we go. Okay, so I'm running low on a few things, so I'm gonna have to go and re-up my supplies. Yeah, I can get rid of these slabs because I'm not using those ones at the moment. Right. Do some more counting. Everybody loves counting. 9, and then we go here. Right. I do have a few of these. I don't know if I have enough of these to finish this little section though, but I shall give it a try. Bedrock mobs spawn closer to the player. I wonder why that is. If it's just one of those coding things they've decided not to fix. Or if there's some sort of logic. Oops. That's not where that goes. Okay, line myself up. I don't know if I should replace these chains eventually with the copper ones, or if that's going to be a bit much. But I guess I can test that out when I'm actually at that point. I was planning to have the episode after the next episode be the one where I do my uncorrupting, but I've decided that I really need to build a tree farm. So that's going to be delayed for a little while I work on that. Made Bedrock harder for some reason, even though that's the version people play on phones. Yeah, that is strange. Unless maybe they do it so that people can like have a lower render distance if they need to. And still get mob spawn. But yeah, it's like if you're playing on your phone screen and then suddenly you've got a ghast right next to you, it's going to be very hard to react in sort of any sort of meaningful time. Oops. This is not working. Right. Do that. Tuck myself in the corner. And again. There we go. It was throwing me off a bit because the ceiling's so high here. Right. I guess I could just leave that in place because I'm going to have to go up there again. So there's no point in me breaking it down and then rebuilding the scaffolding. I'm also missing a thingy there. Bit of glass. Maybe they're subtly trying to encourage people to play Java instead of Bedrock. By making it trickier. Are you... No, you're going on this line here, which might have some lava. I guess I'll just dig and find out. And I also need a load more of those copper grates. I'm going to do this. Right. As we do copper grates down the middle. Because I like how they look. Yeah. Okay. Just wondering if I can link up all my scaffolding. I think it should work. Yeah. Wither on Bedrock has twice the health. Displays itself 3 times instead of 1. 3 phases instead of 2. And it summons Wither skeletons? What? Why? Why are they doing this to you? That does not seem like a fun time. Like, the Wither's bad enough as it is without making it extra tricky. Okay, I think that's my line for the stairs. Maybe? Oh. Okay, the ceiling felt very high because I have actually built that wrong. I built it 1 layer too low. So, well done me. It's like something doesn't seem to be lining up quite right here. Okay, time to rip this stuff down and redo it then. Seems I can't be trusted. Of course it falls on the floor. Yeah, I should have attached them to that here. And now everything should line up properly. That's better. Okay. Right. Got my route down? Yes. Very unpredictable. Randomly locks on killing mobs. Like the player, extremely fast. Burrows itself into the ground. Oof. Yeah, that doesn't seem great. So, we're going to have to be very careful. Because I know you've picked up a few with the skeleton skulls on your travels. Yeah, we're going to need to be careful when we fight that on the server. To make sure that we don't just absolutely wreck everything. Right, grates. I should have more grates. All the grates. And then hopefully there's no lava up here. I guess I'll find out. Oh, I was meant to be building this in quartz as well because there's no lava up here. Told you, I'm tired today. Okay, right. Which means that block there wants to be a thingy-mabob, streamlight. Which I thought I had some in my inventory. Apparently not. There we go. And then I need some quartz. I need my silk touch pick to get rid of all this glass that I put in the wrong place. Or if you can't summon it inside a tiny room underground. Ooh. That's rough. Because my preferred way of killing the wither is to dig a tunnel down at bedrock. And then the little wither sits in there with some iron golem friends. And everybody has a good time. Right, I want the quartz in my offhand. I might lose some glass here, but it's not a huge deal because I can just make more. I think that should be the only glass that's at risk. Really. Ooh. I don't know why I'm stood in the scaffolding rather than above it, but here we are. So I guess just travel a very, very long way away from everything you care about when you want to kill the wither then. And hope for the best. I'm going to worry about those streamlights up there later. When I'm doing all of my lava sorting out. Okay, right. Now I need to do the other decorations, which means I need some more slabs. I don't know why I broke all of those down because I need to go back up there to sort out the like cross bits here, like that. So much stuff in my inventory. Why do I do this to myself? Should have built everything out the same block. Right, scaffolding, that's what I'm looking for. Never face the wither yourself. Oh! Okay. I have killed the wither a few times. Occasionally even without trying to cheese it. So I'd be happy to help out with that. Be interesting to see what it's like on bedrock. I remember the first time I went after it, it was me and my siblings. And I didn't really know anything about Minecraft at that point. And they decided that we should splash it with harming potions. Which is not actually a great idea because those heal it considering that it's undead. But we didn't know at the time. It's just like doing the fight. It's like, I'm sure it's actually healing when you do that. Shall we maybe not? Right. So I've got a couple of those. I'm going to need to make more soon. Okay, that is done. Yeah, it looks very blank still, but I think I will just wait to do these decorative bits. Oops. Because otherwise I'm just making a load of chains and lanterns and then replacing them in the not too distant future. There we go. That's one side. Yeah, I mean, part of me thinks maybe I'll come back at some point and like texture this. But part of me is also like, I will be flying past this, so it probably doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. I only have 2 of those. That's not going to be enough. There we go. What are you doing there, scaffolding? Come back. I'm on fire, and now all of my carpet is also going to be on fire. Goodbye, carpet. It was nice knowing you. Okay, right. Put that in my off-hand then. Try not to burn to death. At least I've got decent armor on, so... Other than the gold helmet that I'm wearing. Which is rapidly... burning to bits. It's actually... easier to go across like this way. So I didn't need to destroy that scaffolding earlier. Yeah, it's amazing what a little bit of armor can do for you in regards to like fall damage and breathing underwater. Obviously, the right enchants, not just flat armor. And yeah, not being burnt to death in lava. I did bring a load of fire resist potions just in case I need them. There we go. And yeah, I had some spare carpet somewhere. At least it's free. I get a lot of carpet or wool from my sheep farm, so it's all good. Gold armor disintegrates so quickly, it does. Yes, good luck with the productivity. Hope you managed to get something done, even if it's not as much as you were hoping. But you know, taking care of yourself is good as well. Rather than just trying to push yourself if you're not feeling well. Bye! Yeah, I've lost quite a bit of gold armor just from like the lava damage that I'm taking. It does not have any durability. Same with the gold tools as well, isn't it? You know, when it's early on and you like find a silk touch gold pick in a nether portal chest, and then it's like, oh, this is going to last me like 3 uses, and then it's dead. Okay, right. Hello? Concrete? I need some more of these little noses. That's sort of, they do look a little like piglin noses. Don't know if that's what they're meant to, or maybe hoglin noses, or they could look like Grians, I guess, with the dead eye stare. These shulker boxes are not very well organized. So I've just been chucking stuff away wherever there's space for it. That is true. Actual gold would not make good armor. It would make nice decorative armor, but it would not make good protective armor. Oh. Did my buttons burn? Surely buttons can't burn. Unless I just ran out of buttons, but I can't have done. I'm gonna have to do some science later. Because I feel like stone buttons shouldn't burn. They're made out of rock. Why would they burn in lava if all the other rock doesn't burn? And, like, the carpet makes sense because it's made of cloth, which is highly flammable. But the button is, like, it's not a wooden button. It's literally made of stone. If anything should have gone, it should have been the ice. Anyway. I'm sure they have a reason. Plus lava equals more lava. Yeah, but like, all this stuff doesn't disintegrate, does it? And the chains are fine. Metal is not... You know, that would also melt. Probably before rock. At least this sort of rock. It's also rock from the Nether. Like, it should be fire resistant. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Yeah, I'm just, like, it is what it is, but I'm just surprised. I was not expecting it. Probably should have left those scaffolding on my hotbar. Considering that I'll need them very shortly. Ice is tough. Well, yeah, you can... Is it the blue ice that gets used in the basalt farms? But yes, it's strong ice, that is. Right. I need to make some more walls. That's the word. I'm not being very eloquent today because my brain is tired. No, don't do that again. That's what I did last time and it was wrong. So, you go up there. And then, yeah, I might as well do my scaffolding on this side. Because I need to fill my reef in and all that good stuff. Just made the buttons pop off the block. Yeah, probably. I imagine that is indeed what happened. But it's still a little bit, frustrating. I mean, I've got my piglin farm, so it's not like blackstone is too difficult to come by, but... Okay, here's this next part of the rant. Which is, why does a block this size, that size, 1 meter cubed, only make one tiny button? It should make 8 of them, at least. I should be making so many buttons. Right. Ran over. Is it that block? No, I think it's one above it. Maybe. No. Get myself all confused. Okay. That block is where the streamlight goes, I believe. And then, yep. My stairs go across like this. And then this will be quartz. And that will be grates. Okay. Right, I need to have a drink because my throat's going all croaky. So yeah, I did mention, I think, unless I got distracted, that I'm on holiday next week. So there's no stream next week. Yeah, because I was talking about my episode and trying to get it done in time. So yeah, no stream next week, I'm afraid. Because I shan't be here. crunch. But I'll be doing my Dyson Sphere stream on Wednesday. Oh dear. Oh, look what I did. Where's my concrete gone? There we go. Let's fix that quickly. There we go. All better. And I need quartz from my boxes, wherever that's hiding. I think I can probably get rid of this glass for now. And do I just want to make some walls while I'm here? I think that seems sensible. Not that it's like miles away, but I am lazy, as we know. Right. Jump all the way over here and then get a little bit of glass out and replace it with quartz. Dyson Fifth program. That is a good question. I don't think I'm going to have time for it before I go away. Because obviously that is soon and I've got an episode to edit. Which is going, like, reasonably well, the pace of it. But I don't want to jinx it. I mean, if I do get that finished ahead of schedule, then maybe I can fit it in before I go away. But most likely, I think we should pencil it in for when I'm back. So I know I've got a meeting the Monday that I'm back. Can't remember when that is. But maybe we could do the Monday? Because yeah, that'd be cool. Do you have like a design? Because you designed it in Creative, didn't you? I'm just wondering if you want to send that over early so I can have a look and like try and get my head around how we're going to make it. Do we need to gather materials as well? Because I assume that's going to be a ton of glass needed for that. Okay, that's done other than these bits on the sides. Yeah. Well, that's one way to get down. Okay, so I've got my slabs going on now. Slab it up. Yeah, it would be nice to get that built because the lighthouse is nearly finished. I need to do some redstone testing, and I also want to just fatten the copper portion out a bit because it's looking a bit thin compared to the scale of the rest of it. But I was sort of running short on copper, but I think I fixed that with a recent mining expedition. I say recent, I think that was the last week before last, maybe? I don't know. Memory is not my strong suit. Made it out of wood because of the shelves. Okay. So does it have glass in it at all, or is it all just like shelves and... Because it needs to have glass in it, or it needs to have gaps in it. Because otherwise you can't see the lighthouse part. But it's cool if it's just air gaps, like it doesn't need to be filled in. And with the like lines that you get in glass. So I can demonstrate over there. Maybe it would be better if it's just empty space. So we're gonna need a lot of logs then, if it's shelves. Okay, that's that section done. Completely solid. We'll see. I'll see how I feel. But yeah, like, it'll probably look fine without it. And then that makes it easier. It's not like I need to worry about stuff spawning up there. Okay. We move on. It's definitely just one of those slowly chipping away at projects. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But it'll look nice when it's done. Yeah, I do. Although, so we're kind of hiding down in the Nether because I've got this episode in progress, and I don't really want to show off what's upstairs before that episode's out. So we're sort of hiding away in the Nether. But this is possibly not something I'm really going to show off that much in a video. So it's like, but it's nice. It's nice to have this sort of stuff. And you'll know about it from hanging out on stream with me, so. It's still worthwhile, I think. Right, I also need the scaffolding still. Yeah. I don't need all these tools. I don't need my axe on me, or my shovel at the moment. I always called it a spoon. Hermitcraft, right in my brain. I do wish they'd do something about the inventory stuff. There's just like... There's so many better methods for dealing with inventory and building. And they could just implement some of those. Rather than leave us to struggle. Like that, and then like that. And your creative ones. Oh yeah! Well, you... Oh! That's weird. Okay. I can join your single player world on Bedrock. Yeah, we can give it a go. I just assumed you'd have needed to do like LAN or something for that to work, or host it on a realm. But if it works, then sure. I'd be quite happy to do that. Have a little look. What you made. Not right now, obviously, because I'm trying to stream. Oh, I already built that. Okay. So what we're doing is the quartz portion. And hoping that I don't bring any lava down on my head. Hopefully this section is a bit clearer. Oops. Well, that's not working. It's not going to work this way either. Nope. Got a nice big gap. Maybe I have enough room to go building. Right. Need some of these. Need a little shroom light up there. I don't really need to worry about that netherrack. I'm always so worried about wasting resources, but some things like netherrack, I'm just never gonna run out of. Oops. That's not the quartz I was planning to use. I should probably actually just do that so I don't get confused. And also that way, if there is an unexpected lava pool, I will have the right block to fill it in with. Right. So this layer is stairs. Ah. That doesn't need to be quartz. I can save myself a block. Might not seem important, but when you don't have any quartz, it's quite nice to spare spare a couple where you can. Something sounded like lava. That's concerning. There we go. Okay, so now I just need my copper grates in the middle. And yep, these will have the stream lights above them, obviously, rather than netherrack, because the netherrack looks terrible. Whereas the stream lights provide a nice little light source and also kind of look like the lava, so it helps that look a little more kind of blended. I am slightly worried about like the harsh transition between the quartz and the lava, yeah, it is lava portions, but it's like the orange glass. But I think once all the lava's in place, it'll work, maybe. Hopefully. Don't know how it works. Hopefully it has no weird setting for it. We can try tomorrow if you hop on a bit earlier than the event. Yep, we can give that a go. Oh, I was going to leave those in place because of the side stuff. Ah, my brain is definitely half asleep. Okay, it's fine. I shall persevere. At least I'm actually remembering to talk, so it could be going worse. Right, that's one side done. Set up the other side just in case I forget about it. Yeah, I think I should be able to hop on a bit earlier than dragon slaying time tomorrow. Are you excited to go to the end? As a team? Because I am. It'll be fun. I can't remember if I killed the dragon with my siblings or not. I don't know. It was a long time ago. The Wither I definitely remember. Because that was an experience. But yeah, I'm not sure about the dragon. Did that? Placed underneath there, yeah. I swear once I managed to place scaffolding underneath the like current layer of scaffolding that I was on. And I did it once and I've never been able to replicate it. And I still have no idea how to put scaffolding down in bedrock and have it like go along. I can build up with the scaffolding. If it's on a flat surface, I can build it along with the scaffolding. But if I'm just building in the air, I don't know how you do it. Found the stronghold, filled in the portal, built another tunnel. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. Maybe that's an indication that you're excited about killing the dragon. I will give you that. It's only concrete. It's fine. There we go. Black concrete is so hard to see. Even though it does have, it does have a slight texture to it, but if you've got it in a row, it's very hard to tell where one block starts and the other, one block ends and the other starts. Is the way that phrase should go. Okay. Woo! Look at the progress. We're getting there. Nearly at the huge giant portal that I built. In the actual right place, rather than just where I put the portal down and it popped out in the nether. Yeah, I completely forgot about portal linking when I was redoing that, and like the fact that coordinates are actually useful and important when you move portals around. I found some diamonds, so that was, you know, not a complete waste of time. Right. What do I need? Those, and those. Yeah, one of them. One of them. Okay. And this should all be spawn-proofed. That's the whole point of the design. So I'm not going to run into any mobs down here, which means that I don't actually need to be wearing this gold helmet. Because my route up and down is pretty mob-free as well. And it's not like one piglin is going to spoil my day. What am I looking for now? Stairs. Yeah, need those. Need some slabs. And I need some scaffolding again. So much scaffolding. If only I had a happy gas down here. Oops, wrong level. Yeah, and it is actually... This tunnel is actually big enough for a happy ghast. I wasn't considering that when I built it. But if I wanted to at some point in the future, I could fly a happy ghast down here very, very slowly. I still need to set up my ghast stable on the server as well so that I can actually hatch my happy ghast that you got me forever ago. Ow. That's the floor there. Am I gonna fall off again? That's not where I want to be. Right, let's just build out. There's no reason not to. Not there. Not there at all. I also don't know why I switched to my pickaxe because it doesn't make it any faster as far as I know. Right. My brain's buffering slowly. That's what we're dealing with right now. Yep. Oh, hello, gravel. Yay, automatically broke because all of this stuff is not full blocks. That's good. Right. I'm going to set my scaffolding up over this side so that I don't run into the issue with it not reaching far enough. There we go. Now I've got nice walkways where I need to be. Okay. Stairs. More streamlights. More quartz. I should probably switch in the quartz to the offhand again. So I don't mess things up. Right, that side's done. Build a stable for all the animals. Let's have a horse. I assume the Nautilus stable has to be underwater. I'm assuming it can't come up on land. Yeah, I was planning, so the warped stems that I've got outside my base is where I was planning to build my ghast stable. And then I was going to have a little horse stable off the side of it, but I'm quite happy to have a communal one instead. Oops, that is... That's not meant to be there. There we go. Right, now I need my decorations. Crunch. And I need to go and get some more slabs, it seems. We should go riding around on the camel as well. Make use of it being a 2-player mount. But again, it's kind of slow. This little dash thing that it does. Right, I need to go and get some more slabs. Maybe I should put my boat down. Save a bit of time. I can get rid of that gravel as well. There we go. And open all the chests. Just for funsies. I was halfway through. Right. Building this. So I'm going to finish off this portion and then I'm going to do a quick AFK to grab a drink and stuff. But I'll get this bit done. I'm not desperate yet. Any mount that can sprint. I don't know. I thought they move slower than horses though, right? I thought. I could be wrong. I've not really done much with camels, to be honest. And you know what I'm like in any sort of parkour situation, so I'm not going to risk my camel trying to jump over a ravine. Because I don't trust myself. Maybe I will do it. I think there's one... I can't remember which season it was, but I'm sure there's one season of Hermitcraft that has a camel parkour course. Maybe I'll do that at some point. I'll have to, if I remember. Right. Okay. This portion is done, so I'm just going to replace the carpets, break the scaffolding, and then set a timer for a break. There we go. Right. That scaffolding too. Not that it matters, because I'm going to pause it while I'm on a break. But, yep, I shall be back slowly. Slowly? Brain is slow. Break is like 3 minutes. I will be back soon. Right. I have returned. Let's just end the break. 20 seconds early. Right. And carry on. I am back slowly. Yes. What I should have done, if my brain was working a bit quicker, is set it for like a 1 minute break and then take 3 minutes. Because then I would have been back slowly. There we go. Horse chains, those blocks. That's a chain. That's not a block. I hope you enjoy my structural chains as well. Maybe my world has very strange gravity. And we need the chains in place to stop things from being torn apart. Because this bottom thing's being pulled down and the top thing's being pulled up. Why did I do that again? Being lazy with my scrolling. There we go. Right. That chain. Need some stairs. Yep. All the stairs, not the sword. Excuse me while I explode. Right. There was also another question that I had, which is, in the process of blasting out these nether tunnels, I have got myself 3 netherite ingots. But I don't know what I should upgrade. Because I was thinking of maybe doing both of my picks. So do the fortune pick. Because I got some more librarian villagers. And I believe I got a fortune one. Actually, I can check because I have some notes written down. Yep. So I've got a fortune villager now. So I don't have to be as worried about burning my... or leaving my netherite fortune pick to despawn because I'm stupid. So yeah, I was going to do fortune pick and then silk touch pick. But then I've got 1 bit left and I'm not sure. So I was thinking maybe some armor, maybe the boots, because they're like the diamond chest. I guess it, it does a lot of armor, but oh, it actually tells you what your enchants do. Did it always do that? I'm getting distracted. Yeah, like my boots are basically perfect. Other than if I wanted to put thorns on them. Whereas all the rest of my armor has got stuff that I still want to get. Other than the chest plate, but then the chest plate, if I ever decide to use elytra more frequently, isn't going to be as frequently used because it will just sit in my chest while I go flying around with some wings. And yep, those chains are built different. They're strong chains. Capable of holding up many times their own weight. Right, I've built these at different heights, but it's fine. It's only temporary. Right. That can go there, and then I can build off of that. If I run out of, grates. I was going to call them meshes. They're grates. Apparently I've run out of those, so... More stuff to go and craft. I think I might have also maybe run out of actual oxidized stuff. So this is going to look a little bit, yeah, special. That's how I'll put it. Right. You need to be shroom lights, but I think that's going to be easiest if I stick something there so that I can place it against it. Right. Time to go get some grates, I think. Because, yeah, I definitely don't have any in my bag at the moment. Right. I don't know if I should move all of my little chest monster. Not really a chest monster. Up there or not. Doesn't really seem worth it. Considering that I've only got a couple more bits to do. Right, you can go in there. Right, so I've got this weathered copper. Not sure where I bought those, because I don't think I'm using slabs at all. Or full blocks. That concrete can go away. What else? Just copper, yeah, okay. Stone cutter. Okay, it's not waxed, which is good. I don't want it to be waxed. Jump, jump. Pickaxes and the axe. Flex more than anything. It'll look cool. Don't you want me to look cool? Yeah, I suppose I might as well like wait until I can do all the armor. Also, the other reason why I want to upgrade my armor is that currently it blends in very well with my skin tone, which I was not planning, or my onesie tone, whereas the netherite would be a bit more of a contrast. But that's probably not the best reason to use my netherite if I've got more useful stuff that I can use it on. Maybe I should use it on one of my hoes so that I get the achievement. Because I do have 2 diamond hoes with Fortune and Silk Touch, respectively. I just keep them in the tool chest because I don't need them all that often. Yeah, it is a dumb advancement. But considering they also made netherite blocks a viable thing to build beacons out of, I think, you know, they know their audience. They know there are some people that are going to be crazy enough to do all that farming. That is definitely not for me, though. The only time I got close to a netherite beacon was when I was playing the Potato April Fools update, and you could just find stacks of netherite out spawned in the wild. You know, my goal, not that you asked, but netherite wise, my goal is to like have enough for my full set of tools and armor, and then maybe have enough for backup gear as well. You know, that would be where I'd like to be. But I'm in no hurry to do that. It will just be... I do not trust my counting abilities. But I did fine. You know, it'd just be like while I do building projects like this, any netherite that I grab hold of, rather than, you know, dedicating hours of my life to strip mining the nether for it. That is not really my idea of fun. Oops. Where did you go? How did you fly so far? Oh. This is the problem with the black concrete. I can't see where I'm placing it. Because it's too dark. Can't tell one block from another. Right. People who've got multiple sets of netherite armor with every... Yeah. Yep. That is also a step too far for me. At one point, I might like collect all the trims and actually have a set of armor that has a trim on it. But yeah, there's no way that I'm doing a full collection like that. I'm just not that sort of player. I think the closest I've got to like crazy collection is pets in World of Warcraft. There's like a leaderboard website. And I wasn't anywhere near the top because there's like special editions and ones that you have to pay real money for and stuff like that, which I generally didn't bother with. But I did get reasonably high on that for collectibles. Had like over 1,000 pets. They're cute and you can make them fight like little Pokemon. But just like, yeah, just collecting something for decorative purposes is not really my jam. But if that's what you enjoy doing in games, then why not? Right, have I built this at the right level? I think so. Mudflap's got every armor with every trim and every color possible. Just didn't do every color of leather armor. Yeah, that would have been absolutely ridiculous. Has he updated for copper armor? Is the question. Right, I think I'm doing that there, and then those there looks about right. Yes, that looks right. And then more of the quartz along here. Ta-da! Perfect. Other than the half that's missing. Getting all the nether armor was easier. Yeah. I mean, I guess the problem is you're going to have to get so many diamonds to do every color of leather armor in every trim and every color of trim. Oh, we're doing uneven scaffolding again, apparently. And if you go mining, you might as well go mining for netherite because it's fancier than just getting a load of dyed leather armor. More copper grates. Right, I'm going to have to make some more of these, I feel. So close to 2 more sections, maybe? Oh, I still need to do this stuff with the slabs and the warped stuff. Nope. Right. Yeah. Good. I was hoping that wasn't connected, and it wasn't. So I'm happy. Right, get in there and dig the concrete out. Let's realize customer. Yeah. I'm actually, so I know I've got gold armor for my horse, but I was actually thinking of getting leather armor just for the color options. Because I've never really played around with horse armor. It might be fun to do. Sort of colorful thing. And it's not like I'm going to take it out in battle, really. So it doesn't overly need the protection afforded by better armor. Unless I find some diamond horse armor, of course. Because that's already a color that I like. And maybe at some point I'll find a horse that can actually jump. It's a good horse, but just not for going up hills. Yeah, I'm just definitely a practical rather than a decorative person. She says, spending all stream making decorative things. But like when it comes to armor and stuff, I just want it to be useful and like have the right enchants and stuff. I'm not overly worried about how it looks. And getting netherite armor. Can you? Can you get netherite horse armor? And nautilus armor? What does the nautilus armor even look like? Just a reinforced shell or something. What do you make it out of? Or do you find it? Does your nautilus get sad if you take it near a conduit because it's made out of nautilus shells? There's another. Sorry. This is what happens when I'm tired, I think, of random questions. Which don't necessarily make logical sense. Right. Oh, so close. So close to being done in this bit. Which is the shorter of the tunnels. But progress is progress. So I'll take it. Right, I do need to get some more resources, so it's time to do the long run. Actually, first I'm going to put walls on just in case anything does decide to spawn up here. There we go. That should stop it. I'm going to get my boat out. I can't even see my chests from here. One thing I do have is, like, I have trouble placing the boat down. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know if I'm trying to put it too close to the chain or something. Right, so I needed some more something. Probably made out of that. And I also need some more copper grates. I hope I don't have any more copper. Okay, well, I guess I'm just putting those down and then coming back. I'm stuck in the boat. I'm stuck in the boat. There we go. Hate it when that happens. Yes, I have indeed completely forgotten what I was coming back here for. What was... Oh, the little snout blocks. That's one good. Chiseled blocks is the real word. Find nautilus armor and structures. Fine. Ah. Yeah, I didn't actually know that you could upgrade. Is that a new thing? Or have you always been able to upgrade diamond mob armor? Not mob, you know what I mean. Mount armor. Things I do not know the answer to. So yeah, we are stuck in the nether. So I'm not going to be going back to base to pick up more copper once I run out. I've got loads of quartz though. I'm also out of... Oh no, it's in my offhand. I'm doing a green looking for his hoppers and it's in his offhand. There we go. Okay. I think I definitely need more slabs. I might need some more of the bricks. I'm trying to make enough that I don't need to come back down here before I finish the tunnel. But considering that I'm not counting anything, I may not succeed. Oops. Whee. Don't go through the bottle. In the instant boats. No, that is not what I'm planning to do. Okay, right. Back to walls and chains. And I need those blocks out still. Yeah. Do it like that. Why not? Right. Wall, chain, thingamabob, bricks. Bricks? Bricks. And we do it again. Wall, chain, chiseled. Not there. So close, yet so far away. So yeah, I'm going to be able to fit one more arch in before the nether portal. And then I think the bit behind the nether portal is just going to be unadorned is the word that my brain is supplying. But that's not actually what I was planning to say. Up. There we go. Right. New thing they've added in the latest drop. Oh yeah, trimmable mount armor would be great. That's something I could get behind. Right. Do. Like that, and like that, and then like that, and like that. And I think that block there needs to be my thingy-mabob shroom light. And then we do the stairs. And then we do some quartz. Probably. But I don't need any lava. Okay. Yeah, I think I would actually be more interested in like trimming mount armor rather than my own. And I think that's probably because I see it more often. Because like I don't look at my own armor very often. So I don't really care as much what it looks like. I guess it's nicely, I guess, on the server. Be able to show off in front of other people. Netherite armor trimmed with netherite. Just for flexing. Right. Streamlights. And some stairs. Crunch. We fell off. I did have a brief idea at some point of like theming these. Oh, double parked on the quartz. So like, because this is the end tunnel, I was thinking of like building in end blocks, but then I realized that that would be yellow and purple and it would look terrible. So I scrapped that idea and just decided to continue the main build palette that I've been doing for the whole thing. I'll probably put a sign up. That'll be my extent of marking what this tunnel is all about. Right, so yeah, I've run out of copper, which means that this is going to have a hole in it until I go back to my base and bring more copper this way. But it's fine. Just won't look at the ceiling anymore. Because yeah, I don't want to go back to base at the moment. Right. There we go. Because there are secrets back at the base. I don't want to show off yet. Crunch. Right. Walk block back in the offhand, just in case I run into more lava. I think, fingers crossed, this part of the tunnel is pretty clear. At least it seems that way. Right, now I need to go down there. Back up again. I don't know why I didn't check my copper reserves. I checked everything else and like grabbed as much as I could, but I didn't consider the actual copper. So that was poor planning on my part. But yeah, also I do only have like the tiny little I think it's like 20 block square bit outside the front of my base for aging copper anyway. So I don't have a whole lot of ready to go copper. There we go. Okay. Another section complete. Well, as complete as it's going to be for the time being. That's my little disclaimer on that one. And then I just need to put in one more set of pillars here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I think that works out quite well actually. So pillars going to come up here. This will all just be plain concrete other than the reef. Because it would look very odd if I did nothing with the reef. So I'm going to keep it simple. Right, that block. Okay. Chain. There we go. No, not there. There. These bricks are also kind of difficult to see which one you're targeting. At least for me. Bye. Right, so you can go there, you can go there. Excellent. Creepy nether portal noises, just what everybody wanted. And then I will need my scaffolding back. Soon. Very soon. Right. One there. One there. It's amazing how, like, long it takes to do this sort of stuff. Because I went over to my fortress and, like, noted down the coordinates. Because I thought maybe I was going to be blasting another nether tunnel. But I'm, like, basically... Let me check the time. I mean, I've got 20 minutes. Just under. Left on the stream. And I've only just finishing up this section of the tunnel, which is the shorter section of the tunnel. Yep. Stuff does take longer than I expect it to take. Which is not a very good situation to be in. Right. So I should be able to get, yeah. Some... not like that. I mean, it doesn't help that I'm messing up all the time. Why is there so hard to place sometimes? And then you can be like that. Excellent. Oh yeah, I completely missed the thing about enchantable mob armor. That would also be good. But how would it work? Like, are you thinking, ouch, that you could enchant stuff like feather falling? Or just, like, protection and, unbreaking? Can you even repair? Does mob armor take damage? Mount armor, rather. Does mount armor take damage? I don't know the answer to that question. I'm assuming it doesn't because we don't have a mechanism to repair it unless you just repair it by combining it with, like, it's what it's made out of. Working on moving and hiding the bee farm. Oh. Okay. I don't know if I was meant to, but I filled it up the other day with a load of shears because it had run out of everything that it needed. Yeah, it always takes, like, most things take longer than I think they're going to take in this game. I'm like, oh yeah, that's not going to fill 2 hours, and it will probably feel like 4 hours. Not that I'm planning to come back here on stream. At least not for a while. I'm hoping to be able to do some nice upstairs out in the fresh air building next stream, which will be after Christmas. For those who celebrate, which I do. Not for any religious reasons, just because it's nice to hang out with my family and see them. And eat some nice food. And get presents. Do-do-do. My dad did actually ask me that. I think it was last year. It's like, why do you celebrate Christmas if you're not Christian? And I'm like, because it's nice to see you and hang out. It's like, am I just meant to sit at home while you're all like gathering together and having a nice time? No, mount armor does not take any durability damage. Ow. It would be nice if you could put feather falling on it. Although I noticed that it tends to be me who takes the damage if I fall off something rather than my mount. I don't know if that's just like based on how far you fall. Because I know that like there is a limit at which your mount would die from falling, but they seem a little bit more resistant than players to fall damage anyway, in my limited experience. I was actually, that was one thing I was thinking of doing, is getting a horse on here. Because I don't use my elytra much. I am planning to build ice boat tunnels, but they only, like, they go off in straight lines. So they're useful for getting to specific places quickly, but if I'm just like having a general explore, then it would probably be quite handy to have a horse. Or a donkey. I might have been watching some of Etho's stuff with his super donkeys. Yeah, that's what I thought. Mounts take less damage compared to players. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I need to do something here to sort of like smooth that off so it's not just an abrupt end. But I think at the moment, I'm just going to build up like some sort of reef here. And then call it a day for this part of the tunnel. Etho donkey would be nice to have. Yep, they are ridiculous donkeys. Yeah. Right. Sorry, I am making weird thinking noises again. Because it's such a small space. It's like, is it worth doing like the stairs and everything on this side? But why not? Why not? I think I do need to spawn-proof the top of the Nether portal, don't I? So I don't actually know how I'm going to do that. Ow. Not that it really hurts because I've got feather falling, but it's the principle of the thing. Right. Yeah, not there. Right, I don't entirely know how I'm going to do this bit. Because it just sort of abruptly ends back here. Oh, it really abruptly ends back here. I also... Are those upside down stairs? Yes, those are stairs that I placed the wrong way up. Because I'm smart like that. Right. Can I get up here? Okay, so this... right. Do I want to just build across this in quartz? I've just noticed that there's a bit of quartz floating here as well. So I'm going to grab that back. Okay, these two stairs are completely the wrong way round. Yeah. Not at all where they need to be. Oops, that's quartz. That's not a stair. That's a stair. Okay. So yeah, I think I'll do quartz along here and then... yeah, that's going to be kind of awkward. I guess that's just going to be a glowstone, and then the bit that I'm stood in, that's also a glowstone. There's just going to be like one copper grate up there, just chilling, just having a great time. And because I have them at hand, let's just stick some chains here. Yeah, at some point I might come and like do something else with this bit. If I ever built something off in that direction, then of course I'd just come back and continue this tunnel on. But for the time being, it covers the roof up. And yeah, you're barely going to see that bit anyway. What I could do is just put some actual corners in here. I could put some crying obsidian corners in. And then, yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, right. Anyway, that is this part of the tunnel done. Why can't I put this boat down? I need to practice putting the boat down on this ice road. Whee! Chains will protect the water from being crushed. Yes, indeed, they will. Gotta hold the reef up somehow. Okay. So yeah, yeah, this will look better because it will be all lava rather than netherrack and assorted other things. Yeah, I think I might as well just do this little bit here because it is nearing the end of the stream time. So I do have all of this tunnel as well, but what I'm probably going to do with that is just do it while I'm watching stuff rather than subject you to another stream in another tunnel, if I can help it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No chains in the way. But yeah, it's nice to have someone to chat with and hang out with while I'm just doing this sort of repetitive stuff. And it's easy on my little brain today, which is what I needed. Okay. Yeah, and then this bit is just going to be left as like a little black concrete cube. Because there's more of a chance that I'm going to drill through and continue the tunnel that way if I build something further out on this direction. So I need those, and I've got my scaffolding still. Good stuff. There we go. This is the tunnel that I built in the wrong place. Oh dear. Yeah, that was not a good day. Right. Realised that I built my nether tunnel too far. It's not even that far over, but yeah. Didn't connect. Had to rip everything out, do it again. This is why you engage brain before doing a load of building, to make sure that you're actually doing things right. Okay. But it's fine. We recovered. So that stuff in there I'll probably knock out when I sort this lava out. And then I've just got my little slabs and the warp stuff to do. Oh, lava, lava, lava. Do not want to lose all my buttons again. Right, this... Oh, don't crouch. Get in there. Get in the hole. I mean, that lava's fine because it's blocked off by the slab, but these two blocks of lava would not be fine. So yeah, I'll go horse hunting at some point. That'll be fun. Which means I need stables. Which means I need to design some stables. But yeah. Not just yet. Not just yet. Too many plans. Not enough time to actually get everything done. Right. Ooh, lava. Lava. More lava. Yeah, that could work. We could find a really super fast donkey that can jump really high. And make super donkeys. I'm assuming you can't breed mules because that's the whole point of mules. Is that you make them out of donkeys and horses, but they can't reproduce between themselves. Right. Okay. I guess I probably should put some stairs on this side. Oops. Skeleton spawning, hopefully behind the wall. Think, think. Oops. That's not right. That's not how it's meant to go. Yep, have that back, thank you. Okay. So yeah, at some point might continue down this tunnel, but for the time being, I don't have anything pressing going on in that direction. So that is my nether tunnel expansion done as much as it's going to be. So I can dump all this stuff off in the random chest. Hello, Ghast. How you doing? You having a good time? Can't see me, luckily. Right, I think that was going to go in a... Yeah. I need to sort this stuff out. We are going to have a little ride to the end of the... Actually, it's much easier if I just go through this portal. To get home. Rather than going along the tunnel. I can just go through the end portal. But yeah, I'm going to wrap things up before I go back to my base. Maybe kill some Endermen just to, you know, get the stream off to a nice ear-piercing end. No, I'm not going to do that to you. Don't worry. Oh yeah, I did also move this, like, in my shuffling things around. I did actually move this portal to a bit of a better place. I'm actually wishing that I pushed it back one so that I could cover up the portal blocks with stone rather than have it jutting out like this. But that is a job for another day. I don't know if I'll bother to upgrade the portal room. I mean, it's got my concrete duper in it here anyway, so... And my failed attempt at a loading chamber thingy. So yeah, I think I'll probably just leave it as a default portal room rather than do any funky designs. Because it's not like I come here very often. Right. Let's dive through to the end. Get trapped in some water. That's also part of my concrete duper. Which I fixed, by the way. In case you were wondering. It is now working properly. These chests should, oops, all be empty. Yes, I did actually fix this, so instead of drops hugging this corner, they actually go into the hoppers and get collected like they're meant to, which is good. I'm actually, on the subject of the end, I'm not looking forward to getting the end flares. They seem to be really, like, annoying. But I am interested about the end update that Nembon teased. But yeah. Oh, what are you doing all the way up there, buddies? Hopefully there's a way to, like, reduce the flares. I assume someone will make, like, a mod for it, if nothing else. But anyway, that is the end of the stream. I'm afraid. Let's find where OBS has gone so I can put my end screen up. There we go. So, yeah, thank you for watching. Yeah, Wednesday will be Dyson Sphere program, and we're gonna go to space. Oh, that's good. I do like being able to turn the end flashes off. I mean, I'll see how I feel about them, but just seeing them in other people's videos, they seem to be a bit intense. So yeah, I probably will turn those off. But we'll see. Maybe when you're actually playing, it's fine. I don't know, but hopefully I'll find out in the not too distant future. I would like to upgrade at some point before there's like 5 more updates. Before I get round to upgrading my world. We'll see. Got a couple more episodes to come out before that can happen. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, and I hope I shall see you next time. Goodbye! Well, I'll see you tomorrow on the server. But yeah, I shall see you in chat on Wednesday. Goodbye!